Clouds are not painted white, they're sunlit swarms of tiny water droplets and ice crystals. Each droplet bends and scatters light, and when countless droplets work together, the mix of colors your eyes receive is mostly even. That even mix reads as white, especially when the cloud is thin and the sun lights it from above. A cloud is a floating crowd of microdroplets and small ice crystals suspended in air. They're big enough to scatter light, yet small and light enough to ride rising air. Think of a bright fog lifted into the sky, billions of tiny lenses, all nudging light in many directions. Why white? For droplets similar in size to visible wavelengths, scattering is fairly even across red, green, and blue. When millions of droplets scatter at once, your eye gets a balanced mix of colors, so the cloud looks white. It's not a die, it's the sum of many small scatterings arriving together. Thin versus thick is where shades appear. A thin veil lets plenty of light through with only a few bounces, so it stays bright. A thick cloud forces light to zigzag a long way inside each bounce, loses a bit of energy, or sends light back out the top. Less light escapes from the bottom, so from the ground it looks dimmer. That's why cloud bottoms often look gray. You're viewing the shadowed side through a deep layer. Some light is absorbed, and some is scattered away from you before it ever reaches the underside. Against a bright sky around it, that reduced brightness reads as gray even though the same cloud may be brilliant white from above. Where the sun sits matters. Backlit clouds can glow around the edges. Sidelit clouds show bright rims and gentle shading across their faces. If the sun is directly overhead, tops blaze while the bases stay comparatively muted. Change the angle, change the picture. At sunset, the light itself changes. After a long path through air, the direct sunlight is already warm because more blue has been scattered out along the way. That warm beam hits the cloud, so the cloud reflects warm glowing orange and red without any filter. Same droplets, different illumination. Not all clouds behave the same. Wispy cirrus and other thin layers can look bright or even slightly bluish because blue skylight mixes in. Broad mid-level sheets look soft white. Towering thunderclouds can carry very dark bases where the path is longest and rain or hail is forming, stealing more light. You can try a quick home demo. Shine a flashlight through a single sheet of tracing paper or a plastic diffuser. The light spreads softly and looks white. Stack more layers, and the side facing you gets dimmer and grayer because less light makes it through to your eyes. Thickness and losses make the difference. Edges often pop because they are thin and strongly lit, while interiors look lumpier and darker where paths are longer. Holes and gaps reveal pure sky color behind, which increases contrast and makes the bright parts look even brighter by comparison. Your eye is great at reading these relative differences. There are smaller effects too. Skylight is partly polarized, but cloud light is only weakly polarized because multiple scatterings scramble directions. And when rain shafts or virga hang under a cloud, droplets and falling particles absorb and shadow light, deepening the gray under the heaviest parts. Put it all together, tiny droplets and ice crystals scatter all visible colors, so thin, well-lit clouds look white. Make the layer thicker, extend the light's path, or add rain and you lose brightness from below gray appears. Lower the sun and the source light turns warm clouds glow like embers. That's the simple, beautiful physics behind white and gray clouds. Next time, rainbows and the geometry that makes them appear.